So, I hope you have done the scanning. Very, very important. It's not I am telling. In the Upanishad time itself, the Guru, the teacher, Bhrugu, Vaivaruni, Varunam, Pitaram, Upasara, the son of Bhrugu Varuna, he goes to father and says, please adhihi bhagavo brahmeti, please teach me the Brahman, the Absolute. And then, of course, the teacher, the father who became the teacher, started. Simple, I don't want to waste too much time on that. And what did he say there? Very nicely. Annam brahme divyajanat annat deva kalima nibhuta nijayante anne najata nijivanti annam prayantya visham visantiti tad vijigyasasva tad brahmeti. See that? Straight away he starts the teaching. And what did he say? Annam brahmeti iti annam brahmeti vyajanat. Please know that annam brahma. Annam means this material universe, all the matter, the five elements. That is the Brahman. That from which anna deva kalimani bhutani jayante, everything is born out of it, created out of it, sustained by it, onto it that goes back. So that from which everything has come, that by which everything is sustained, that onto which everything goes back, tad brahmeti, that is the Brahman, and annam brahma. Go, think it over. And what did the boy do? He went there, thought over it. Yeah, that is not. Punareva varunam pitaram upasasara. He started thinking over it, understand the point. He thought over, contemplated over it. Then he says, what you say is not right. Because what about the prana? This is the gross body, but the gross body is not alive. The body na janati, the body doesn't know anything. Not only physical body, the entire physical universe, jada, unconscious. Material, gross, physical, macrocosmic universe. However vast it is not a conscious as it is. Listen carefully. So you are talking about this, that from food everything has come, by the food everything sustained, onto food everything goes back, and that is Brahman. Then what about prana? What about other things? So because the student went back and thought and comes back, he gives him the next step. Prana, deva, kalvimani, bhutani, jayante, mana, vijnana. Ultimately he reaches anandam. That is the scanning. Understand the beauty. When I said yesterday, suppose every day after the class you are listening, going back, yes, you got the sensation of the sabda, sensation of the sound. Like people feel very comfortable when they listen to the familiar ideas, familiar music. They feel very comfortable when they see familiar food, idli, dosa, or roti, sabji. Same way, you feel very comfortable with the familiar practices. You see certain puja, certain rituals, certain way of living, certain food, certain behavior, certain type of dress. That is why you feel uncomfortable with the strangers. Because that's not you. Same thing, friends, all of us, from the childhood, we have been living with certain familiar ideas, the ideas that are given to us. The child, when it is born, unnamed, the child had no name, no caste, no sense of race, religion, faith, nothing. The child was given the name. Understand, friends? What all things were given, a name was given to you. Even the body you didn't create, you didn't participate in the creation of your own body. Body given. The name given. Language given. The food that you eat, that food habits, food taste and everything that is given to you. You are developing a taste for it. Identity, either son, father, mother, that was given to you. Faith, given to you. Everything was given to you. But please understand, friends, everything was given to you. You were there, unidentified, unconditioned, absolute natural. Because you are there, something is given to you. It is very simple. But we are so much lost in what is given to us that it is given to me is forgotten. And what have we done? All that was given to me, I have started looking at myself through those things. You didn't have a name, but now you are the name. You didn't have a race. You didn't have the language. You didn't have education. Everything was given. You didn't have a faith. What is the faith of the child who is born? What is the caste? What is the role? Are you getting that point, Prince? Everything was given to us, and we got lost in that. And you go on spending your entire life defending something which is not yours. It was given to you. What are you thinking of? I'm the son of so-and-so. I'm an Indian. I'm an American. A believer. Non-believer. What are you defending? You were there. The faith was not there. You were there. The caste, creed, sex, race, nothing is there. That is why one single verse, Bhagavan Shankara so beautifully, oh my God, what shall I say? The whole tradition is like that. Like in Lalita Sahasrana, our mother's name, Sarvavastha Vivarjita, Sarvo Upadhi Vinirmukta. Oh mother, you are Sarva Avastha Vivarjita, Sarva Upadhi Vinirmukta. You are free from every upadhi. Deha, Mana, Buddhi, Indriya, these are all upadhis. Your positions in life, PhD, FRCS, professor, vice chancellor, ordinary, bigger, king, poor, rich, these are all upadhis. Your physical body is a changing upadhi. Sometimes you are a child, sometimes you are young, sometimes you are old. As long as the body is a child, you cannot say, I am old. For you to say, I am old, wait for the body to grow old. For you to say, I am young, wait for the body to grow young. For you to say, I am old, wait for the body to become old. For you to say, I am sick, let the body be sick. Are you getting that point, please? Everything, sarva upadhi vinirmukta, all these upadhis do not belong to you. Sarva avastha vivarjita. Sarva avastha means waking, dream, deep sleep. Waking. Only with waking you say, I am waker. When you are dreaming, do you remember your waking and sleep? While you are dreaming, do you remember your sleep and waking? When you are sleeping, do you remember your waking and dream? Nothing. The moment you are awake, wake up, then what happens? You are conscious of the waking, conscious of the dream that you experienced. You are also aware of your sleep. During the sleep, you are not aware, because sleep means naham janami, nakinchi janami. The deep sleep is an experience where you know. What is your experience? Naham janami. Neither I know myself, nakinchi janami, nor I know anything else. But to know that I don't know anything, you must be there. What was your experience in deep sleep? I don't know anything. How do you know? My mommy told me? No. How do you know? I know. What do you know? I didn't know anything. That I know is always there. The knowing, awareness, consciousness is always there. Sarva upadhi vinirmukta. Sarva avastha vivarjita. All the avasthas also you are free from it. Which in one verse Shankara writes down. Jati, niti, kula, gotra, duragam. Nama, rupa, guna, dosa, varjitam. Desha, kala, vishayati, varti, brahma, tattvamasiti, atmani bhave. You are free from jati. Jati means all the different types. Manushya jati, pasu jati, stri jati, purusha jati, all that stuff. Varna, different types of caste divisions and all that stuff, which is more out of the, is not by birth, but by your karma and guna. Jati, niti, kula, gotra, all these things. doesn't belong to you. You are dragging that to yourself. Listen, friends. Nama Rupa, names and understand. Forms are there. You did not create that form. Names are yours, given to you. So you are there without a name, without a particular form. And that particular form is continuously changing. Long before this beautiful body was born, it was like a sperm in the father, egg in the mommy. And then a zygote, a small little thing, 1/1,000,000th part of it, pinhead. Just imagine that. Where are you? It was born. You are not there. Your sense of me being born was not there. So all these things were there coming. Nama, Rupa. A Rupa was given, Nama also, name also was given. Why you are Ram? Why not something else? And religion-based names also. From the name you can find out whether the person is this faith, that faith, no faith. I mean, all these different types of complications. Like caste name. None of these people are nobody born branded. Nobody must die branded. Irrespective of caste, creed, sex, race, nationality, religion, whatever it is. That is why it is such a fantastic tradition, such a beautiful tradition. Every person is same. There is no difference whatsoever. What we have, there are differences. Who we are. Undifferentiated, absolute. And that is what exactly you must scan. Like the son goes back, from the teacher the student goes back. Etad vigyaya punareva varunam pitaram upasasara. A thought over it and went to teacher. What we do, usually what people do, they don't thought over. They listen and they come back. How? Forgetting everything that was told yesterday. How can you understand the truth? Please understand, friends, scriptures are not some miraculous stuff, like in mathematics. Who is a good mathematics student? Not because he has a good mathematics teacher. Good mathematics teacher give you the best thing. But you must see the equation, you must see the addition, subtraction, all the multiplication, you must do it in your head, then only you will be a mathematician. You can't say my guru is a historian, therefore you are a historian. You can't say my father is a PhD, therefore I am a PhD. You cannot. You have to do it for yourself. But in the religious tradition, what happens? My guru has blessed me. I touch your tail or touch your head or touch your this, 100 rupees, Ashirvadam. It doesn't work. Then why Krishna wasted 18 chapters on Arjuna? If Krishnananda is doing in 1 second everything, why Krishna's teacher taught 18 chapters? Think of it. The person has to think. I can walk with you, cannot walk for you. I can eat with you, I cannot eat for you. I can study with you, I cannot study for you. I can sleep with you, but I cannot sleep for you. Please understand. I can sing with you, but I can sing for you. If you want to sing, you sing. You want to walk, you walk. You want to swim, you swim. That is why you are dying, and if you want to be deathless, you must see it. My guru is immortal. God is immortal. What shall I do with it? What shall I do with it? God is immortal. How does it matter to me? Luckily, this tradition, it doesn't do that. When we say God, that particular word, as a name and form, we have seen it elaborately. It's not one name with one form, but the name for all forms. Just like when you say the globe, the earth, I have given you that explanation so many times. This point you are sitting down, this is ashram. But same place is Uddandi, same place is Tamil Nadu, same place is India, same place. Asia, Earth, solar system, galaxy, universe. Are we changing, expanding the place, or you are expanding our mind? Nobody has given that to us. What have they given? They have very well said, you are a Tamilian, or you are this provincial mentality, or this village thing, or you are an Indian, or you are an American, or stuff like that. Listen carefully. You are a Ishvara. mortal, man is mortal, you are immortal. Then you give the money, you are rich, you are poor by inheritance or by looting. Then pick up some information from this book, that book, historian, physicist, mathematician, all that stuff. Everybody is busy uploading so many roles on me, but nobody tells me who I am. I am trained to grab every identity to myself. Please, why could not you say you are a PhD when you are in the school? Can you think of that little bit? Why couldn't you say you are employed before getting the employment? Why couldn't you say you are a millionaire before you get the million? And having got the millions, can you say you are a poor man on the road? Of course, that you can say. Because just because a billion, you can be a billion times billionaire poor man. Because you don't have a second billion, third billion. That's stupid. Those are complications, friends. Think of it. Simple thing. Everything has been given to us. But nobody tells me as to who I am. That is why when you listen, you go back and think. Bhajan bhojan, you don't have to sing and go and think. 10,000 people sitting down singing, 10,000 people hugging each other, 10,000 people jumping, running, 10,000 people doing a puja ritual. It's like you go for the World Cup football. You go to World Cup match or Olympic Games, thousands, millions of people are standing there. Do you come back home as a millionaire? You forget everything for some time. Suppose religious practices are like that. Together, let us sit down together, sing, dance, hug, jump, do this, do that, do that. Then what happens? When you come back home, very lonely. Ashram is very nice. I had met some nice friends in ashram. Very beautiful. You have successfully destroyed yourself. Anywhere and everywhere, you are you. Your role shall change according to the time and space. Your roles shall change according to time and space. Your roles shall change according to the changing conditions of the body. As a child, young, adult, old, living, breathless, dying. You don't die, your body dies. You don't change, the body changes. You don't change, the thoughts change, you are changeless. And this scanning, which as you saw yesterday, I hope you have gone back and done it. Just like when you go to the hospital, they want to, doctor, please tell me what is wrong. Then you can say, my stomach. Specific, can you say? In the stomach, which area? Can you say? You can say this point, that point, you shall see that. So what did the doctor? Neither the doctor has got X-ray vision. They put you into X-ray. They put you into scanning machine, PET scan, CAT scan, all that nonsense, they have to do that. And once they do it, the entire picture is very, very clear. If you have got mental problem, what scanning shall you do? PET scan? That is why the doctors don't, I don't talk that doctor in person, please, medical science, let us do that way. Medical science helps us with these machines and all that stuff. What do they do that to help us? How to see through the physical body, understand. That machine can show my body, physical body, what exactly is there. They can find out, then they can correct it. Because they have got a good picture, listen carefully. They have the picture of a healthy body, every organ. When it is healthy, how it looks. And if there is a little change anywhere in the scanning and picture, then you say, oh, something is gone wrong. Are you getting that point? If you are mentally troubled, and who is that person who is not mentally troubled? Except a human being, there are minds for the trees, there are minds, some feelings and things are there for animals, but they are not troubled. Why? Because listen, friends, I have told this, but still, I'm just continuing, so that you can see it clearly. The whole universe is unconscious, jada, sarva jadatmika. It's totally jada. This table doesn't feel anything. This doesn't, nothing, including your own body. the dead body, lying down. Listen. Unconscious, inert. Then there will be semi-conscious, like trees, semi-conscious. Touch it, feel it. They have feelings. They have. Instinctive. The tree grows, if there is an obstacle, it goes this way, automatically. Animals are conscious. Fish is conscious. Bird is conscious. Animals are conscious. With that they stay. Listen carefully. When you come to human being, you are self-conscious. That word I hope 100 million times I have told, but I hope you have seen it, think it for yourself. Self-conscious. Self-conscious means what? I am conscious. Others are conscious, but they don't feel that I am. The dog doesn't feel I am conscious. The elephant doesn't feel I am conscious. Animals don't feel. Tree doesn't feel. I am semi-conscious. I am conscious. Nothing. Neither the universe, any object say I am jada, inert. No, that sense of I doesn't exist. So this human beings are self-conscious. Among the human beings, baby is not yet self-conscious because the thoughts have not started. So when this ahankar, this I thought comes up, listen carefully, self-conscious. That time you are self-conscious. Understand? When you are self-conscious, what are you doing? You know that? What only you are conscious of, you are dragging that to yourself. You are conscious of the big land, I am jamindar, landlord, riches. No land, poor, I am poor. Physical body, 10-year-old child, 20-year-old, young, 60 or 70-year-old, you old. That you drag. The one fellow sitting down there, dragging everything towards itself. All these things are happening in your thought level. Which machine can scan your thought? That is why, however advanced your medical science should be, medical science should be advanced so that the physical body is taken care. But don't ever think by taking care of the body, you shall solve your problem. You will have a crazy mind with the most beautiful body. Complete cosmetic surgery, you can keep it young even when I'm 200 years also, it doesn't matter, sir, but you will be a crazy fellow inside. That is why you can see that. Eccentric billionaire, eccentric, insane, mad kings, whoever it is, ordinary people, not that only eccentric billionaire, eccentric, one rupee fellow also is eccentric. How does it matter to you if I am poor? So what? I never went to school, so what? Eccentric. It happens to everybody, human beings. Please understand, friends. Has anybody gone to the... Have you got a hospital where to go and see your mind? Nowhere. If your body is fat, they shame your body. You're shame. Fat. So sticky, ugly. So anything physical, immediately you have to fix it up. Because others are seeing and commenting, no? Poor man, everybody is commenting. Rich man will show off. 70-story building, 300,000 square foot house. So what? A human being. Does he eat diamond fried rice? Same nonsense, ordinary rice the fellow has to eat. In fact, he is so sweet that he can't touch any sugar. He is so fat and fattened that the person has to eat, huge, beautiful house, gold plate, boiled broccoli. Broccoli is too boiled vegetable. How beautiful. Why don't you give rich man rich vegetable? Is it so? There is no such thing. Mentally, you are deranged. Do you see that, friends? Do you have a machine there somewhere? You don't need that because the nature has provided all of us an eternal scanning machine. You can scan your mind. You want to understand your weakness? You have to look at it. When you talk to people, you shall hide everything that is ugly and stupid, and you have really anger, hatred, jealousy, inferiority complex, superiority complex, deception, everything you shall keep hiding. Outside you shall say, no, anga, ukaranga, inside. The fool has to come, this idiots, I don't know. Inside you are having a cyclone. Outside. That is why you are the first victim of your stupid emotions. Understand? We are trained to be nice, decent. It's like when you do that bridal makeup or groom makeup or grooming and briding and all that nonsense. You continue to do, sir. I'm not being critical of it. Just understand why am I talking about it. That day you cover up the entire weakness of your body. Bridal makeup, groom makeup. Then what happens next day? If you are making it up, what does it mean? What you are making up is not that wonderful. If you are making up an emotion, you are making up a position, if you are making up that you are very kind, you are not kind. And most people, 99.9, deceptive, helplessly deceptive. Understand? If they don't understand their mind, nobody tells us their mind. They give us thoughts, they don't know how to deal with our thoughts. That is why when you come to Upanishads, the subject matter, don't say, oh, Vedas don't talk about the outside world. Vedas are not interested in talking about the outside world. Do you know why? Those things which you can know by yourself, Vedas are not interested in that. Anadhigata, avadhita, jnanajanakam, shastram. Tight definition. What is Shastra? Shastra is not some written in Sanskrit or Tamil or what is that, this language or that language. Shruti. Shruti is not even written, it was spoken. Now you are writing down the language. The wisdom passed from mouth to ear, karna parampara. That is how people listen and got it. Listen carefully, friends. And what did he talk about? Avadhita Jnanajanakam, Anadhigata, Avadhita, Jnanajanakam, Shastra. That is scripture which shall talk about, listen carefully, that is scripture which shall talk to you, Anadhigata, which you cannot read from any other place. Before you read and write, which you cannot see in any other place. To see the world, what books you need? Just because you have not named it and botany book, therefore all the plant universe is gone. Because you have not named the animals, so the zoology is not there, therefore animals disappear. Books are your creation. The botanist knows the name of every tree, but the Adivasi, the tribal fellow, knows the usage of every tree. Who shall survive in the forest? Botanist? Understand, please. These thoughts, these words, you pick up from so places. You will pick it up. Shastra talks about you, self, which is anadhigata. You do not get to study these things anywhere. With your eyes, you shall try to see what is the perceived creation. The sounds, touches, taste, smell, adhigata. You can see, hear, you can try to, you can understand. Will you see the self walking somewhere? Amazing. Anadhigata. No book shall talk about it because it is not there outside. Books are talking about things which are visible. Psychology will talk about the mind. History will talk about the history. Book. You know, understand, friends? These are all visible things. Who you are, if a book deals with the thoughts, thoughts are visible. Another book deals with the trees, botany, visible. Another with the animals, other with the water, elements, or the gems, stones. There are books are there. You cannot have a book on self. That is a Shastra, that is why the Upanishad. What did they do? This is a book, Anadhigat, where nowhere you can get a chance to read it by yourself. Reading the world, seeing the world, touching the world. When you write down a book, it's a book, then you think you're reading a book. That is a Swadhyaya. When you say Swadhyaya, read yourself. Read yourself. Swadhyaya does not mean pick up a book and read by yourself. Read the book by yourself. What will you get? Swadhyaya. Study yourself, your body, your sense organs, your mind. The books will talk about it. Anadhigat. And then you get a knowledge. When you study these things, history, geometry, geography, mathematics, you shall be historian, geographer, zoologist, geologist, scientist, artist, painter, musician, magician, employed. All these things you shall pick it up. Listen carefully. You shall be adorned with roles, degrees, PhD, MA, MBBS, so many degrees you shall be with. Are you a degree or you have a degree? Identifying with your degree, identifying with your job, identifying with your perceptions, sensations, experiences. Sensation. Oh, I have experienced something which you have not. Have you eaten this food? I have eaten it. When I was in where? I was in Brazil. I was in Amazon. I saw something. I touched something. You are a village boy. What have you seen? This is the pride, arrogance with which average human being lives. Because you have done something which nobody else has done it. By chance somebody has gone more countries than you will not talk to him because you shall be a worm in his presence. And whatever you have studied, it is not avadhita, vadhita. Today what you know, tomorrow it is falsified. Tomorrow more knowledge, the horizon of knowledge is relative knowledge is continuously expanding. So when your children come to you, you can't teach the mathematics because you have not read that. They are now dealing with all this digital world, you are totally digital illiterate. You don't know what to do with it. Totally useless. Vadhita, everything shall be vadhita. Your roles are vadhita, continuously changing, dying. And also, you have to retire from the role. Whereas what you understand about yourself, what the Shastra says, avadhita, anadhigata. You cannot get it from the world outside. It is yourself. And once you see it, aware of it, avadhita, you shall never be subject to cancellation or verification. It is always the same. That is the knowledge. So, friends, for you, when you get mentally disturbed, and only ahankara, human species alone, and not the children among the human species, not the comatose, not the fellow who is sleeping and sleepy, they will not understand. They don't have a difficulty at all, because I is not active. So when the ahankara comes up, listen friends, all these type of situation comes up. So when this mind is disturbed, where do you go? Many people, like animals, when physically also they are troubled, have you not seen? If you are not from a village, you will not see. If you come from a very small areas, villages, you will see. When people fall sick, they just go to a corner of the hutment, they lie down. Just like the animals. In city, you don't see that. With everybody is dignified. Suffer also in a dignified, no? Give them a dignified death, right? So dress up nicely, do that nicely, everything. Nobody can see you suffering and all that. Put him in ICU, meaning I see you, you don't see me. Are you getting that point? And dress up very nicely. They are also dressed up. How much money? Only 1 lakh. Even if the fellow is not dying, put him there for next 5 days, so that the institutions, establishments get money. Think of it, everywhere. People, they go there in the villages, if you have gone to the tribal belt, go to the small areas, you will see. When they suffer, they don't look for a ventilator. The whole creation is a ventilator. She is lying down, if the oxygen comes, fine. Artificial oxygen not there, dies happily or unhappily, because he has no sense. Listen carefully, just like helplessness is for the animal, as for a person, helplessly dies, or accepting his destiny like, one day I was born, one day I will die, just lie down. Who tries his best, how to die one day more? Nothing wrong, friends, you can try that also. But this fear, anxiety, when it comes in your head, what shall you do? You cannot go to outside hospital. That is why the one who heals everybody is diseased inside. One who helps outside needs all the help. I help all the poor. Have you understood that you are a totally impoverished fellow in your mental condition? I want to make everybody happy. Are you happy? Don't ask that question. By helping others, I am happy. Oh, so like these many religious organizations, we help the people when there is a natural disaster, cyclone we help, flood we help, famine we help, and so that's a history of our helping everybody. That while helping you try to destroy them or convert them or change them, that you don't tell anybody. Then so we have helped. Then in your history of your organization, 1920 this happened, 1930 this happened. From 1970 to 85, there was no cyclone, no famine, there was no tsunami. So you are worried that your compassion was not displayed, right? So for you to be compassionate, the world should suffer. So create suffering so that you can be compassionate. What is that nonsense? Think of it, friends. Individually, you are the supreme. Don't get lost in everything. Even in the aeroplane, they tell you, when the oxygen level goes down, the mask will descend. Give it to yourself first before giving to others. Your kindness is misplaced when you are dying. First, if you breathe, if you are dying, nobody will blame you that you didn't help. But when you pick it up, give yourself first. And when you started breathing, and then others are struggling, you don't extend a helping hand, then they'll tell you you are selfish. But when you are struggling, nobody will tell you selfish. Keep yourself alive to help other people living. Educate yourself. Get enough riches. Why? So that you can help others to educate and to be rich, to be comfortable. Unhealthy person, what will happen? If yourself having COVID, whom shall you treat? You shall pass on the COVID to everybody. You are a miserable person, you want to make everybody happy? You shall make them have little happy, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, then remind them, did I not give you? Oh my God. You will destroy everybody. So please, this type of mind, where there is so many emotions are there, anger, hatred, jealousy, all these things are there, it's a permanent suffering inside your air-conditioned house or in apartment. Not that the poor people don't have it, only rich people have it. Not that uneducated people are very kind, educated people, no, there is no such thing, friends. In the emotional field, there is no poverty and riches. I am poor destroys you. Only the poor man, a billionaire also can feel I am poor. Why they are competing among themselves? Forbes 500 list, I am on the top. So top 3, 4 is always, each one is pushing other out. Now he is number 1 from 2020 to 2020 to 2035. He from 1770 to 1780. What are you doing? Number 1, number 2, 3 positions. What do you get out of it? Think of it. Continuously going down. So you are poor inside. Now when that time you are suffering inside, nice house, sitting down, miserable, lonely, humiliated, disrespected, unwanted, loved, no more love, total deception, loss, everything. What will happen? There is a disease, there is fear, anxiety. What do you do? Understand, friends, as when you scan the body, and the body is diseased. The body is not afraid of disease. The organ is not afraid of the disease. I am afraid. Will you shift that vision? Is the body afraid of aging? No. Is the organ afraid of disease? No. I am. When your husband runs away, your wife runs away, your lover deserts you, who suffers? Your body suffers? Does the body grieve? Does the body mourn? No. I thought inside, I can't take it anymore. You are sitting down, closing your eyes. Who is suffering? I can't take it anymore. you commit suicide. You say, I cannot take it anymore. It's not that the body cannot take it anymore, world cannot take it anymore. I cannot take it anymore. So whom shall you cure? These diseases cannot be cured. Listen carefully. Who is afraid? Body is afraid? I can't take it anymore. That there is a disease is not a problem. I am diseased is the problem. That there is death is not a problem. I am dying is the problem. That there is change is not a problem. I am changing is the problem. That there is a huge amount of money is not a problem. I am rich, arrogant, that is the problem. So problem belongs to the I. That is why, friends, in the whole universe, the unconscious universe, the semi-conscious, the conscious, animals, trees, everybody, among the human beings, children also, no problem. Self-conscious, where there is I am, that sense of I has come, the problems you drag onto yourself. You drag onto yourself everything, the condition of your body, condition of your sense organs, condition of your people, friends, perception, sensation. If you see something, I like it, eyes don't go crazy, eyes don't ecstatic, the ears don't go ecstatic listening to the bhajan, songs, I go ecstatic. So this I sense goes up and down. Sometimes smiling, sometimes miserable. And when the body is dying, definitely you are not smiling. Fear comes up. Catch that. That mind as such. How will you know it, friends? Which medical you should go to scan your mind? We are blessed. We can scan our own mind. Scanning means what? Listen carefully. Suppose I say, scan, listen carefully. Suppose I say, scan this room. What shall you do? How will you do that? Your eyes, right? With your eyes you are looking at it. I say, scan. What are you doing? Scanning the room. What are the things there? You are scanning. With what? Your eyes. If eyes are not there, can you scan? Scan your thought. I am a blind man. You don't need eyes to see your thought. You don't have to be deaf that you can't hear my thought. Thoughts cannot be seen, heard, touched, tasted, smelled. Your eyes helped in creating the thought of this flower, but it can see the thought. All your sense organs helped in creating the thought. They created simple thought, flower. Listen carefully. They created simple thought, flower. Who created a desire out of it? I like it. I love it. I want it. I love the sound, I love the touch, I love the taste. I hate the sound, I hate the taste. Who is creating this? Raga, dvesha, kama, desire. If you get it, greed, lobha. Don't get it, krodha, anger. It's all in the game in your mind, at thought level. Cyclone, tornado, typhoon is created in the head. You're smiling outside. How long can you smile? Your smile disappears. That is why average people do not smile. Ask yourself, friends, you remember, just be conscious one day and see how long you are laughing and smiling. You'll be amazed. You never smile. You smile only when other people are there to show that you are a smiling man, or else you are miserable. It's like you have got the best cutlery and best diamonds, or best saris, or best dresses are there. When do you bring it out? Festive occasions. Why? So that other people can see. Rest of the time, absolutely miserable. Why? Same thing inside your head. You by yourself always miserable. Your memory is consuming you. Hatred, jealousy, sense of limitation. Who is suffering? I am suffering. And this I, individuality. So, when you scan your mind means be conscious. Why? Because, please, three things three things. Every human individual, conscious, self-conscious human individual have only desires, dreams, and you want to something or somebody. The inert universe has no conflict. Semi-conscious trees have no conflict. Conscious animals, birds, fish, they have no conflict. Even conscious human beings like children and even the tribal who stay there, they have conflict. Don't take adults, only children, they don't have conflict. Only when the I thought comes up, ahankar, that is the body is dying is not a problem. I am dying, I don't want to die. Riches are there, is not proud, I am rich. Poverty is there, is not helpless, I am poor. So this I, individuality, understand, you create your own sense of helplessness, your arrogance, your anger, your hatred, your jealousy, your like, your desires, your passion, everything you create. You change the thought. You dwell upon that, I like the diamond, I like the diamond, I like the diamond. Then suddenly, when you like the thought of the object, understand, you like the thought of the object, thinking about it, you convert that thought to a desire. The moment you convert that thought of the object to a desire, the object becomes desirable. That whole mechanism happens inside you. But simple advice, don't desire, give up your kama, give up your krodha, give up your lobha. The fool who is talking is fully riddled with it. Tell the person the mechanism of it. If you are healthy, do you need the hospital? How many times you have gone to hospital? There are many people who shall keep themselves healthy. They die without going anywhere. Have you seen a veterinary hospital in the forest? Why the animals don't suffer? Because animals have no individuality, therefore they succumb to the nature. Hungry, eat. Not hungry, don't eat. Can do it, do it. Cannot do it, cannot do it. Animals don't struggle. They never fall sick. They can fall sick because they hit against a wall or a stone or the thorn or something like that. Certain diseases may be there, but 90% of the animals, what will happen? They die in old age. They kill each other. That's it. Don't bring in those type of things. What I'm talking is, please understand, there is no veterinary doctor, there is no veterinarian, there is no hospital, animal hospital in the jungle. Everybody is living. The Amazon forest or any forest is absolutely healthy. There are not plantologists. Nobody is going to protect the forest. You interfere, you destroy all the forest, then we are planting the forest, we are preserving the, to keep the coral, we are preserving the coral under the tree. You destroy in the first place and you are preserving now. What are you talking, sir? Same way, you eat, mindless. Then you become little conscious, then you start losing. I am very health conscious now. Yes. If you are like that, friends, suppose think, doctors will not be needed. There is nothing wrong with doctors, nothing wrong with science. Let this science be there, because if it is needed, we can use it. But don't depend upon a science or a medical book to keep you immortal, to make you immortal. Don't depend upon these car books, like aeroplane or this or that to make you happy. Or we shall create nice restaurants, good food, good dance, good music, go and be happy. Happy or be forgetful for some time. They help you to be forgetful for some time. You forget your worries and anxieties. You forget, friends. Forget means what? At this moment, music is overtaken, touch is overtaken, sensations are overtaken, so your bad memories are hiding, just kept there. The moment you get out of that field, music field, sensation field, back to isolation, misery, fear, anxiety. Who is doing that? I. So when everybody is enjoying, suppose you say, that day that fellow died, this happened. Hey, don't talk nonsense now. Why? In the moment of celebration, why are you talking of death? Why? Don't remind me about suffering. Don't remind me about pain, anxiety, suffering. So why don't you want to see people whom you don't like in a good festival? Why don't you invite your enemies to your festival? Marriage, no? Invite all your enemies. Why? I can't take that memory. Do they disappear? They don't disappear. They are waiting. You have created that enemy. Listen carefully. I don't like, those things shall be your enemy. I like, they shall be also exploit you. To whomsoever you like. These are very, very simple things, but you have to appreciate. It all happens where? I like the thought of the object, go on dreaming about it, I want it. Got it, I want more. Did not get it, angry, whoever denied me that. Emotions, disaster comes there. Mentally diseased. Nobody goes for cure. And if they go for cure, get rid of your anger, get rid of... It's like you get rid... If you cure... You are curing the disease of sugar by giving the medicine. Listen please. You are curing the disease of sugar, diabetic, by giving him the medicine. The eye who was feeling sick because of the sugar, now with the help of the medicine, when the sugar is reduced, the eye feels, wow, now I can again indulge. And the eye wants to eat, feed the body. He wants to eat. He doesn't want you must feed the body what the body needs. But you think you are eating. Therefore, now I am ready to eat more sweet. It will again destroy your body. You don't care. I want to eat sweet. Body, you don't know that when you are eating, you are destroying the body. And you are not feeding the body, you are feeding yourself. Ego feeding itself. I want to be rich. You feed the ego. And that dream, that feeding, understand, that emptiness, that demand, that need is insatiable, unending. Body cannot take it. You start eating, body gives up. Cirrhosis of liver by itself. Drink, cannot stop. By the disease, who is addicted? Is the drug is addicted? Alcohol is alcoholic? Or you are addicted and you are alcoholic? Your body is innocent. So the doctor heals the disease. The diseased, you live alone. The ahankar, the I thought which is enjoying because of which the disease comes, you can't heal it. You can heal the physical condition. He will come back again and again. Of course, the medical people are very happy because they are getting their money, you understand. Because they are healing your disease, you are healing their greed for money. Beautiful. So mutual, you pat my back, I pat your back. You heal my body, I give you the money. So you are happy with the bench car, I am happy with a little bit chance for eating little more, then dying. Then you go to religion. Give me vibhuti. You must be joking, huh? The guy who is giving vibhuti is dying. Think of it. God will take care, God will take care. The God's rule is, if you don't feed the body what the body needs, the body will die, body will not feel bad, but you will feel bad. Therefore, bhavishaje bhavaroginam, the God, the Upanishads, what they heal the disease, the I, one who causes every disease. Those who heal only the diseases, disease comes back. Like that emotions, psychology. You can deal with emotions, but if you do not deal with the individuality, ahankar, who is creating all complicated emotions, one emotion you have resolved for some time, other emotions comes back. That is why psychologically you are deranged forever, physically destroyed forever. All because you don't understand one thought, I thought. And if you want to scan your body and then give the medicine, you can't scan, the others do it. Give it to others. But mind you have to scan. And that whole teaching has been given in the Upanishads. Look at yourself and see what is that something which is afraid of death. First thing, who wants immortality? Only human beings want. Have you seen animals struggling for immortality? Have you seen animals struggling for happiness? Have you seen animals struggling for knowledge? The basic instinct for every individual is, I want to live and live forever. That is the number one. Only if you are alive, you shall dream of living happily. Nobody. But what happens is, for happiness' sake, you kill your body. The other day, one fellow went bungee jumping, and it happened, he snapped, and he died. Just an example. What did he jump to die? He said if he can jump, he will get a thrill, the thrill I will get it. Hey, you do whatever you like. I am not being critical of that thing, sir. You do whatever you like. But in the process, what are you getting? I am enjoying best food in the world. I live in a royal path. Die, heart attack, 30-year-old. So are you enjoying the food, or are you eating the food to be healthy and keep the health, or you are overeating the food so that you can die? Are you eating to keep yourself alive or kill yourself early? Tell these things to people. What he'll say? Oh, these are life negative. Yes, you be life positive and die at 30. Who says not? Enjoyment does not mean eating. Enjoyment doesn't mean perceiving, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching. Enjoyment being what? Be happy with yourself and happily do everything. That is where you shall see. So first thing is immortality. I want to live forever. Happy forever. And once I am alive, happy, I want to know about everything. And I want to know everything about everything. And all these three things get fulfilled in yourself. Who is struggling? The I is struggling. So the I has the sense of limitation, anger, hunger, death, unhappiness, ignorance. So this I must be understood very clearly. To know that, scan it. Listen carefully. When you scan it, when you are scanning, automatically, to scan your body, and to scan your body, all these fancy light, radiation, and all these things are there to give. No. To scan your mind, what light you shall need from outside? No radiation will happen, don't worry. There is no special light going into that. No special dyes to look at your emotions. Absolutely fresh and free. Conscious. You do that. Children cannot do it if you are an unconscious parent. If you are an unconscious teacher, nobody can do it. No, if you don't know, how are you going to help anybody? Everybody is managing somehow. Everybody is trying to escape. We shall see that tomorrow, day after. We shall see that, friends. Tomorrow I have got some on the engagement. We shall see day after tomorrow. Everybody see the natural trend of world. We'll see more on the Sunday. Naisargiko yam loka vyavahara. Natural. These certain things are loka vyavahara. The way of living is absolutely natural to the world. What are the natural things? Dukkha nivritti, ananda avaptischa. Two things. Naturally, everybody. You don't have to teach the child, don't be unhappy. You don't have to teach. Everybody wants to get out of inconvenience, go for convenience. Everybody instinctively, like an animal, everybody wants to survive. Nobody wants to die. It's a natural thing. That is why ahankar is not there. Nothing in this universe. No unconscious object, the whole macrocosmic universe. The trees, animals, birds, fish, shells, none of them have any conflict. The ahankar is the only addition. Self-conscious. I know I am the body. So body's limitation is bringing back to yourself. So that is where it is no more natural. Ahankar is unnatural. I drags health to itself, feels proud. Drags the disease to itself, feels helpless. Animals are helplessly healthy, helplessly dying. No conflict, no fear, no anxiety. They don't sulk. They do that instinctively. Sick, so they go back to another place. But they don't get angry with him. My brother doesn't come to see me. My brother did not come to see me. My son, I grew with them. My daughter, I helped them to grow up. They don't bother. Only human beings. That is why there is no old age home in the forest for the animals. No veterinary young doctor or anything for themselves. With his eye, feels very, I am living now, proud, or I am dying. So the conflict is only for him. I don't want to suffer. Natural. Suffering is not natural. Understand? Pain, understand? Happiness is natural, unhappiness. If unhappiness is natural, you will be happy with unhappiness. I don't want unhappiness. Why? I am very comfortable with happiness because that is your nature. Immortality also is your nature. I identifies with mortality but not conscious of himself to be immortal. That is why the I is the one confusion. Immortality itself has no problem. Mortality itself I have no problem. Where there is mortality, at the same point there is immortality. Immortal, mortal, the whole universe is absolutely as it is. Only human being. And where this I is strong, the problem also is very strong. Confusion, confusion. So if you are very confused or torturing yourself, you are punishing yourself, you are punishing yourself. Nobody else in the world can punish you. When you are feeling lonely, is the whole world coming and making you lonely? When you feel disrespected, disillusioned, you feel frightened, angry, hateful, jealous, passionate, lustful, any nonsense. Nobody is there around. You are alone and suffering. No. That is what you do when you are alone. When you are with others, you are laughing. When you are alone, if you are laughing, you are a really laughing person. When you are all alone, I am missing. You will not tell anybody. Even the fellow whom we miss, when the person is around, you don't tell me I miss him. Who wanted you? Who phoned you up? You are dying for the phone call, but by chance he phones up. Oh, I don't never want. Oh, I see. Understand? You, the I thought, suffers that sense. That is why conflict is there. So instead of, you must cure the roga, disease. But more important, cure the rogi, the I who is feeding, overfeeding, the I who is conflicting, the I who is converting every thought to desire, emotions, that rogi, I must be fixed up. And when this is fixed up, you are scanning. So who is scanning? I. With what? With that. Instantaneous. No other disease can be cured instantaneously. It takes time to be diseased, it takes time to heal. Your ignorance can be for 1,000,000 years. Your enlightenment is the darkness in the cave for 1,000,000 years. Strike a match. 1,000,000 years, darkness doesn't take 1,000,000 years to pass. Instantaneous. Immortality, instantaneous, because all times, all places, all conditions. So you want immortality, you want happiness also which never comes to an end. So it doesn't begin, doesn't end. So you are the happiness. Knowledge you want, if it begins, it also ends, because memory. Any knowledge which is a memory will be missed. Knowledge, consciousness, whose presence you pick up all knowledge, always there. So immortality, whether in relation to existence, immortality in relation to your happiness, in immortality in relation to your knowledge, it is so effortless content of the universe, just you can be it just like the scan. In the beginning of the scanning, observing, you are who you are. close your eyes. So do it for yourself, friends. Close your eyes, sit down for the longest time. If you are feeling restless about talking, doing something, hand and legs are restless, your body is restless. Yada sarve avatishtanti jnanena manasa saha jnanani manasa saha. When all the sense organs, your body, your thoughts, mind, absolutely steady. Tada you are with yourself. So when they start moving, everything changes. No, once you see the stillness in stillness, therefore you see the same stillness in the movement. That is why it becomes so beautiful. Hold everything still for some time. Once you discover the stillness, you know that the same stillness is the content of every movement everywhere. That, friends, observe yourself. Don't waste your time trying to observe somebody, my man, that woman, that man, this man, that. No. You live your life and you suffer your sense of death. It is not somebody gives you that. Okay? Please. Anyway, we shall see more of it, friends. Absolutely amazing. Just observe. Thank you.